One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Ames, Iowa, home of the Cyclones of Iowa State. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Iowa State Cyclones. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Cyclones will boot it away to start the game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
And the Buckeyes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. To throw, it's Reddick. He's got the tight end. Lowers those pads. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
That big play really has them in business. It's 1st and 10 from the 11. They want to run it left here. Wrestled down at that 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. They've climbed into the top 15, reached a little bit of a checkpoint, haven't they? Playoff is 12 teams. But it's right about this range if people start tuning in to see what you can do, to see if you're the real deal. Isn't that right, David?
Yeah, and cheering against you, right? Like a lot of times because their teams are doing well or competing with you. But let's see if the squad can build on the momentum. Starting to get some momentum, some love. Now, Jesse, how do they handle that?
I'm excited to see how this team is going to finish, too, because we know they've got talent. They've got guys that can take the game over. The question I have now moving forward, can they do it on the biggest stages? And today, it's about as big as it gets.
That last play, not what they had in mind, and they've got a long way to go to get it close to the goal line to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Garrett. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll run it from the gun. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. Dances away. Got his man on the right. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end just finding a hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it?
And the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him, or if I'm near him, working away. Nice job being on the same page, getting the first down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The give to the back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Cyclones are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll move the tight end. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Going to try to get it himself. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get first downs.
And the Cyclones are on the move. To the air on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Moves around to clear up the vision. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
Yeah, and he looked like he had the opportunity to secure that obviously open over the middle of the field, but you know how that works. Middle of the field, more defenders. Am I going to get whacked when I hit this thing? It makes those guys think a little bit, and you see more drops over the middle of the field.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Cyclones!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. A little bit of feeling each other out there, down 7-3 as they open this drive. It's complete to the left. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Pocket breaking down. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. And he was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
The offense has it now at the 48-yard line, 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Finds his man. It's Garrett. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. Looking to pass. It's Reddick. Quick strike complete. He gets it down to the 36 before being knocked out of bounds.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The Buckeyes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. He unleashes a long one. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Finds the tight end. He'll be stopped at the 32. Still ground to cover if they want to convert, and 4th down is coming.
On a big 3rd down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
He slides that just inside the right upright. That brings him to within 1. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 25 clash today. Clemson is ahead early in Death Valley, but that's not exactly Trevor Lawrence out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by...
Touchdown, Iowa State! The hidden yardage, the big plays, special teams coming through. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll leave it with him. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Pulls it in. It's Ali. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Reddick. Under fire. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The hand to the running back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? That's the end of the period, and Iowa State has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. And they can't make the play on third down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Never had a chance. What coverage to get down there and knock him down inside the 10. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Wants to fire on second down. Hauls it in. Across the 25, he's got room. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've put up a couple of field goals so far, but now looking for a way to take a drive all the way to the end zone. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
That's a great job getting the first down by that guy. He's a big-time weapon. He's got the speed. He's got everything you look for in a wide receiver. And it's funny, you think about Ohio State football. Back in the day, Woody Hayes running the ball 3 yards in a cloud of dust. But recently, They've been recruiting playmakers at the receiving position because this offense has changed. It's now up-tempo. They're now throwing the ball vertically down the field, and they've had so many guys go in the first round in recent years. This dude right here fits that mold to a T. Love watching this guy play.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. They just keep firing. Looking deep. And he makes the catch inside the 10. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. And the Buckeyes are flying down the field. Tight end now in motion. Back to throw. It's Reddick. Back's got it. Touchdown, Ohio State. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmaker, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football. He'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
After the touchdown, if they could get this too, we'll have a tie ball game. They want to throw it. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
The Cyclones can really attack on this second and short. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Power football with the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. All right, guys, let's chat Iowa State. They've gotten deep into the conference race, sitting on top of the standings right now. That conference championship game is starting to loom large.
It is, and there's so much at stake, right? Like knowing in the 12-team playoff that I have a chance to get a bye, right? If I can win my conference. So a lot at stake. They've done really well. They're at the top of the leaderboard right now, Palmer, but a little bit of the season still left.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six.
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball skills just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Clemson is putting on a show offensively. It feels like this one was over when they touched Howard's Rock. They're up 14 over Auburn. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition. And if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab over the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
A defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. Quarterback making adjustments. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one and to keep the drive alive.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
And the Cyclones can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Now the play fake. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
The Cyclones line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. And the Cyclones pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. They will score. Touchdown, Cyclones!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, heat that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And with the extra point, they have a 2-point lead. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Reddick. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Looking to the big tight end. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
You know, this tight end's a weapon in the passing game. He runs good routes, normally has good hands, but didn't have them there.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Finds a man in the middle. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Off the play fake on first down. Floating away. And the ball's out there after it. And the ball goes out of bounds. They'll maintain possession, but it'll be marked for no gain. And sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and they were lucky that that ball went out of bounds.
Yeah, they sure were. These ball carriers have got to know that this defense, they play with so much aggression, and they're always trying to get extra hats to the football. You have got to protect this thing at all costs. Lucky that ball rolled out of bounds.
Scanning the field, it's Reddick. Bringing the heat. Takes a hit as he fires. Grabbed in the middle, it's Ali. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The defense calls the timeout, their 2nd of the day, as they try to get their act together. The Buckeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Might be calling a hot route. Looking downfield on first down. Looking for a deep man. It's complete. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately. The Cyclones moving quickly to the line. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
This guy is very proud about his accuracy. That's why he's one of the better quarterbacks in all of college football. And that time, ball just got away from him a little bit, and it's going to set up third down.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Ohio State. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Here comes the two-point try. Looking for a man. It's Reddick. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. He might want another play. Looking to throw on first down. He's taking the shot. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here late in the first half. They're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Buckeyes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
How about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Going over the top. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down.
Here we go.
Gonna run it. It's Miranda. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50.
Let's go. Let's go.
From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3. That carry puts him over 2,500 yards for his career.
And it's been really fun to watch this guy's development in college football. He's gotten bigger, stronger, and faster in every game. He just seems to get a little bit better. That's a pretty nice milestone to hit.
The nice milestone, nice consistency, nice durability. It takes you being healthy, and this guy's really done a good job throughout his career being that lead guy and putting up numbers.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the 3rd quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really...
Touchdown, Iowa State! And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target, and that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking for a man. It's Reddick. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Ali. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
As the offense, you want to get the ball to your playmakers and let them make a decision, let them make a guy miss, but not with that kind of defense. They were all over it right away. No 3rd down conversion for you.
It'll go out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark it. It's going to be right around the 35. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. From the gun, give on the inside. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the third quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. Needed to get a stop and try to get this ball back to their offense.
This is not leather helmet era football. This is analytics. Around midfield, 4-down territory. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Looking to scramble. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Wants to throw. It's Reddick. Catch in the middle. It's Ali. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Now on first down from the 30. To the air on first down. Using the quick game. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
Here comes the offense on second down. Off play action. Going for it all. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And, man, that was a nice job by the tight end, finding the soft spot in the defense in the end zone on that TD.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. Pittsburgh has had almost no answers today, and when they have had them, that other sideline has changed the questions. They're trailing by 33 to North Carolina. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback, right? Gets a little bit of pressure. He's able to scramble to his right, extend the play, and he tried to take a shot deep down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Quarterback making checks. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Taking it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Well, this drive probably won't help them pile up yards, but they could get points quickly, starting it with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. And you saw in that last play, their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep play.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get in the red because what do we do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies, so there's not a lot of space.
Touchdown, Ohio State! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to put it that.
And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Looking to throw, it's Reddick. Rush is on him. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. Offense gets set for 2nd down. They'll try to pop the draw. Creates a little room. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Finds us back in the middle. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. And that is no good. After the miss, the lead still at 11.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Ready to fire from the pistol. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. They're working that left side.
And that's a good first down for this offense. Get something positive going. Like, listen, the possessions are shrunk now. We're in the fourth quarter. The clock is ticking for us. Down 2 possessions. You're not going to get many more, so they got to be smart with the football while still being aggressive.
He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
And the Cyclones come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Finds a tight end down the gut. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. The Cyclones come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw it again. Sets up the screen. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
Quarterback may change this route. Wants to throw on first down. He's got it and still on his feet. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
And on a corner route like that, the ball has got to come out quickly. That football is going to travel a long distance. So you got to get it out quick. You got to put enough air under the football so your receiver can locate it. Nice job executing between those 2.
Thanks looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Cyclones! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Back to pass. It's Reddick. Under fire. That's caught. It's Ali. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it left. He's got it. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down.
And he's got it inside the 25. The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? And by going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
This offense has done a good job on this drive, taking time off the clock as they come up on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Garrett. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, want to jump in and let you know what's going on in this top 25 showdown. Clemson is currently ahead early right now in Death Valley, but they just haven't been able to separate themselves offensively. They're up by a field goal over Auburn. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should see.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. And as he throws, misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing. We're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it. He'll take a deep shot here. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And now you start to feel desperate because down by multiple scores, the clock running out, 2.5+ minutes left on the clock. I got to do everything great now. I have no margin for error. My defense on this next possession, I have to get a 3-and-out. I have to force a turnover. I have to do something to get me back in this ball game right now.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
This third down play might be the last chance for this defense to stay in the game. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Not only the scoreboard, but the clock on the side of the offense as they take a knee, though the D can stop it a couple more times. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The defense still has a couple of timeouts at its disposal, but down a couple of possessions, the offense will take a knee. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. After this, it'll be a wrap. And in a two-possession game, they'll take a knee. Defense can stop it a couple more times. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love